All in Sports Network. We love sports.
Coming to you from the Brisket and Barbecue, known stars and long. All in full, presented by the Unstable Blues.
Welcome back in. It is the grand finale of the Unstable Pick Six. We will crown a winner in this super close contest as we review our predictions of the NFL honors and Super Bowl. You won't believe how close it was after the entire season. So let's go all in Colts.
That's correct. I'm Kevin. This is my son Liam. We're the Unstable Blues. Happy to present All In Colts as part of the Rogue Media Sports Network.
Yes. At one point, though, in this entire season, you had a 3-game lead, which I think has been the most this season. Obviously, I think the most we've ever had is maybe 5 games, or
I think
something.
I think you had 6 games at one point up on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and it literally came down to the final game in the Super Bowl.
Yes, it did. So without further ado, here is our week.
Yep. Only one. This is the only one that we picked 2 different people and both got it right.
Yes, because they were kind of obvious.
Right. But we combined Rookie of the Year, offensive and defensive, and just said, pick one. And if you get one of them right, and we were both correct. Mm-hmm. I picked defense. You picked offense. Yep. We didn't plan it that way, but you decided to do that. We both got it right. I said Jared Verse.
I said Jayden Daniels. Both got it right. Rightfully so as well. Yep. Then next was Offensive Player of the Year. We know this is basically the best player that is not a quarterback.
Uh-huh.
So Saquon got this one. Right.
Obviously.
As well. Most rushing yards in a single season history, including postseason.
Yep.
Surpassing Terrell Davis. So.
Yes. And we both got that one right. Then the Defensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
I said Trey Hendrickson.
Yes. And I said Zach Bond. Although I said it should have been Surtain, but I didn't choose it because I was like, surely not. It ended up being Surtain. Rightfully deserved. I looked at his track record on how many yards he allowed per team. I think the most was like 40 something, and it was against like a good receiver too. So very, very successful year as a corner. Definitely deserved. Next though was the coach. We both had Dan Quinn, and both did not get that.
A
little bit of a snub, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Who ended up getting that?
I think it was Kevin O'Connell.
Yes, it was.
So, in all reality, I think those were the 2 top candidates for sure. But I think Dan should have made it because of what he had and what he made out of it.
Yeah. I totally. I mean, obviously, I agree with you. We both said the same thing. And then it came down to the MVP. I said Lamar Jackson put together the best the best QB season we've ever seen. 4,000 plus 900 rushing and basically no picks, 4 interceptions that we talked about last week. You can go back and see our debate on that one. That's my pick.
I picked Josh Allen, and I got it right.
Yes, you did.
I saw the debate behind that on strictly why Josh Allen won was because of how many All-Pros were on each team. There's only one other All-Pro besides Josh on his team, and there were 8 on Lamar's team. So put 2 and 2 together, Lamar has a lot more built around him, yet whenever it came head-to-head, because they take playoffs into account, whenever they went head-to-head, Josh got the best of him. Josh probably played better as well, honestly. So,
yeah, I thought it was really special. He thanked all the people, his mom, his dad, the team that was built around him and all this. But he, in thanking the team, also thanked by name, Slick Rick in the mailroom. Like, that just tells you the different quality of human being that Josh Allen is. To even thank the guy in the mailroom.
We got such a great locker room in Buffalo, and it takes everybody from the equipment staff to the training room to the strength staff to Slick Rick in the mailroom to the cafeteria upstairs. Like it truly takes everybody to have team success, and I'm so fortunate to be a part of a great organization.
When I left work Thursday, I said, if Josh doesn't get MVP, I'm going to cry. I said, I'm going to cry because he deserves it. I mean, he's that important to our team. So basically, when I was watching the awards, when he went on stage, everything, I was happy that he had won it. And it went from joyful to crying because when he mentioned my name, I just broke down. I broke down because I'm just an average person. I mean, but when he mentioned my name, it was like, oh my God, he just mentioned my name on national television, So it was like, I was just crying. I was crying. Then I started getting phone calls from friends, and I was crying on the phone to them.
To me, that shows that Josh Allen did the right thing, and Slick Rick also deserved to be shouted out. The people who think they don't need it or deserve it are the ones that do.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
That led us to the Super Bowl.
The big game.
Yep.
I chose the Eagles. I stuck with the team that I've been following the whole playoffs. I stuck with the team that said, watch out for this team. I said it in the preseason. I stuck with them. They proved that they were the best defense this past game.
And I picked the Chiefs because it's the Chiefs, although in the preview episode that we did later in the week, I picked the Eagles. But I did say if it's close, it goes to the Chiefs. But if it is more of a blowout, it would go to the Eagles. So I was also kind of right.
Yeah, and so was I with the defensive player of the year. So
agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eagles ended up winning. At one point, it was 34-0.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And so then the Eagles just stopped trying. Basically, they put Kenny Pickett in. Like 6 minutes left in the game. The Gatorade was already dumped on Sirianni. So it was very exciting game for people who were not Chiefs fans.
Yep. Yeah. So in our entire season of 126 games that we have picked, that left me with a record of 82-44.
And I went 82-44. It always comes down to the wire. Always.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that put us in a tie for the entire season.
Yes. But obviously, we could not settle on a tie. That is not how this runs.
This is our second time in the 3 years that we've done this tying.
Yes.
And so I believe it was our first season 2 years ago. We tried to break up the tie and ahead of the Super Bowl.
We did it in points. We both had the same total points, and then we both also had the same turnovers.
Yeah.
So then we went to whatever score was the closest.
Yeah. And there was still some discrepancy over that one because
it's true.
Like you were closer on one, but I was closer on the other, and so we agreed before the Super Bowl, as we knew that this could be a possibility, we would go with our total points scored from our preview episode predictions.
Yes. Yeah.
Which favored, I don't know.
Whether you went over or under, regardless.
Right, the closest.
The closest.
No over under. The closest in points. There was 11 points separating us. So even if it landed in the middle, there would be
someone
one or the other
would get it.
Yeah. So let's see. That left me. I had the score being 45-23. You can check me if you want to go back to Friday's episode, and 68 total points.
Right. Hold on. What was mine? I had the score 35-22 with a total of 57 points.
Yep. with the actual final score of 40-22 and a total of 62. That means you are the official winner of the 2024 Unstable Pick Six by literally 1 point. 1
Yep.
point.
Yep. Yeah. One singular point separated us from who would win, who would lose. And now,
So, with all that said, I would now like to give you your opportunity to make your acceptance speech, to thank anyone who you want. Congratulations.
thank you. I mean, hey, there's not much to say. Just the fact that we were one and one before this season started. You always got to figure out what teams are good at the beginning. So we didn't do too hot at the beginning, but once we figured stuff out, we started rolling. You kind of had a lead on me the whole time. I'd gain some, I'd lose some. And then there at the end, I knew I had to go out with some picks, some, I guess we'll say bold picks or picks that you didn't want to do. So, like, regardless of who I mean, I was going with Josh Allen for the MVP, but like for coaching and stuff like that, I was just going to try and stay away from what you said just to give me a little bit of an edge, or on the contrary, maybe not. And I was like, okay, I think Defensive Player of the Year and the Super Bowl is what's going to win me here. So I chose those different. Defensive Player of the Year didn't matter, but the Super Bowl was the difference maker.
It was.
I am now winning 2-1, and I'm going to look to go back to back
Oh.
next year.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Sounds good. That sounds like a challenge. Would you like to make an early risk it for the brisket?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
So you're going
Risk
a
it
full
for the biscuit right
brisket.
now.
Okay.
It's biscuit. The
For next
winner,
year, you will win.
yes, the
You're
winner
gonna
of
go.
next year, since it's been so close, will win by 3 or more games.
Oh, so you're not predicting your own victory?
No, I'm just predicting the winner will win by 3 or more games.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So mark this, save this video. You'll have to tune in this time next year to find out exactly how that all shakes down. He will either get to eat a biscuit if he's correct, or get a biscuit smashed in his face if he's incorrect. No.
Yes.
You know what? It's been a fun season, but that's all that we have for today and for this season in the Unstable Pick Six. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode based on this statement. The Colts are the 12th best team in the state. Do you know what it is? Comment your thoughts if you're even still watching at this point. You will not want to miss it.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
This is Liam
And this is Kevin.
reminding you to stay all in Colts.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.